Okay, so we are going to get started by coming down to our back so we can start with our centering. And getting into a position that's comfortable. Getting out any wiggles that you need to. And let's take a nice, slow, long inhale in. Let's fill that whole belly. Bring that breath all the way down to the tailbone and the pelvis. And then nice and slow, we're going to exhale that breath out through our mouth. And we're going to repeat this breath 2 more times at our own pace. So that nice big belly filling breath in, visualizing that breath coming all the way down into your pelvis and your lower back. And when we're ready to exhale, we're going to exhale through our mouth. Just allowing our bodies to melt, to connect a little more with our mats. And tuning in with our breath. So maintaining a relaxed but focused attention. So should your mind wander, bring it back to those inhales and exhales. And if you feel like you need another big belly filling breath in, feel free to do so. Just letting go of the day. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. So we'll bring the soles of our feet together into our reclined cobbler. We'll allow those knees to become heavy and bringing our breath into the groin, into the pelvis. And while we're allowing the legs to open, connecting our pointer finger with our thumb, bring our palms facing up. Take a few slow, long, steady breaths here. Inhales and exhales. Let's reach our arms over our head. And we're going to interlace our fingers, pushing our palms to the back wall. And let's reach through the legs, pointing through the toes, creating that nice big Sunday morning stretch. And release. We'll bring the soles of our feet down to the ground. Right ankle comes below the left knee as we come into our reclined pigeon. I'm trying to keep our hips squared off with the ceiling. Just noticing if your chin is pointing up to the ceiling, try and bring your chin back to neutral and keeping the long spine. And let's reach those left toes up to the sky like a ballerina. And then we'll push through the heel, getting nice and long through the calves. We'll make circles in one direction with the left ankle. And in the other. Coming to stillness, we'll put a bend back into the left knee. Let's release the left foot to the floor. Arms come out into T position. Right knee crossing the left. And we'll drop those legs over to the left side of the mat. And we'll point our face towards our right fingers. And take another couple slow inhales and exhales here. And let's inhale those legs to center. Exhale, release the right to the floor. Left ankle comes below the right knee. We're going to come back into that reclined pigeon, keeping those hips parallel to the ceiling and keeping the chin in neutral. Let's lengthen through the right leg, reaching those right toes up to the sky. And pushing through that right heel, getting nice and long through the calf. We'll make circles in one direction with the right ankle. And in the other. And we'll put a bend back into that right knee, releasing the right foot to the floor, arms into T position, left knee crosses the right. Let's drop those legs over to the right side of the mat, pointing our face towards our left fingertips. And stay here for a few more breaths. Okay, let's inhale those knees to center. Exhale the left foot to the floor. We're going to walk those heels towards our bottom, lifting our pelvis up to the sky, coming into bridge pose. Knees pointed upwards, engaging the glutes, engaging the core. And nice and slow, let's come down one vertebrae at a time. Going all the way back down flat to our back. So the next round, you can either come back up into your bridge pose, or for those of you that want to come up into full wheel, you can. So full wheel, just remember to always protect your neck. So when you're coming up or down, you tuck the chin into your chest. So you can either come up now into your bridge or into your full wheel. If you're in your wheel, let's tuck the chin. We'll come into bridge. We're all going to stay in our bridge. We'll take one of our blocks, putting it underneath our bottom or under our sacrum. Arms come out into T position. We're going to bring our shins parallel to the ceiling. And we allow our right toes to tap the mat and come up. Left toe tap and up. So alternating sides, engaging the core, nice and controlled. Okay, we're going to do one more on each side. Bring our shins back to being parallel to the ceiling. All right, now this time we're going to push through the heel. We'll drop our right heel to the mat and up. Left and up. And then keep alternating sides. Get nice and controlled. We're going to do one more each side. Good. Shins are parallel with the ceiling again. And then we're going to double toe tap. So both toes down and up. Good. Keep going at your own pace. One more of these. And then we're going to change to both heels and down. Good. Two more. After your second one, we're going to release those feet back down to the mat, pushing our pelvis up to the sky, bringing the block to the side. Nice and slow. Let's come all the way down to the tailbone and then roll up into your happy baby. Allow that spine to get long again. Few more breaths here. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to give them a little hug or a little squeeze in towards the chest. Good. We're going to bring the knees into the chest, hands behind the knees. We'll rock from front to back. Just massaging up the spine. And then we'll come up into seated. Good. All right, so nice long spines. Seated back on those sit bones. Shoulders are away from our ears. Good. Big breath in. Exhale it out. Good. Let's drop that chin down to the chest. Left ear over to that left shoulder. And nice and slow, drop that chin down, bringing the right ear over to the right shoulder. One more breath. Drop the chin down, bringing the head to neutral. Right hand comes behind the back. We're going to take the left hand just to encourage that right elbow back. And release. We're going to do the same thing the other side. So left hand over the left side, right hand's encouraging that left elbow back. Good. Nice long spines. That's perfect. Good job. And release. Let's roll the shoulders front to back to front. Good. Left hand comes down to the ground. Inhale, right fingertips up. Exhale, let's hinge over the left side. Really reaching through those right fingers so we get nice and long through that right side. Inhale, right fingertips up. Exhaling them down to the mat. Inhale, left fingers up. Exhale, let's hinge over the opposite side. Reaching through those fingers, nice and long through that left side. Inhale, left fingers up. Exhale, release. We're going to bring our feet into our cobbler. I'd like you to try and bring the heels a little closer into the groin because we're trying to get a nice opening into the groin area. We'll bring our hands down to our feet. Nice long spine pushing through the crown of the head. Okay, and visualize you're taking a big breath up the front of the sinuses, all the way down to the lower spine. And exhale the breath out. Good. Same inhale in. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge forward coming from the hips. So we're still trying to keep that spine long, still pushing through the crown of the head. You may find your knees are trying to get a little closer to the ground, just making some space. Okay. Nice big inhale in. Exhale, allow your spine to curve, your body to roll forward. Good. And then starting to the tailbone, we're going to roll ourselves back up into seated, bring those shoulders up to the ears, around and back. And we'll come over to our tabletop. Good. We're going to take our two blocks, using them in our cat and cow. So one block is going to go under the left knee. The other block is going to go under the right hand. We'll have those toes curled under. And trying to get our shoulders over top of the wrist. Belly button comes into the spine. Good. Let's inhale to our cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Back to our tabletop. We'll switch sides. You know, always feels a little different doing a cat and cow like this, but I like that it gets into different spaces for you. And again, trying to bring that shoulder over top of the wrist. Pull the belly button in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. Coming back to our tabletop, we'll bring our blocks to the top of the mat. Good. Coming back into our tabletop, we'll do a couple regular cat and cows, but pull that belly button back into the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale. Bring back to our tabletop. Let's reach that left leg behind us, pushing through the heel. Wrists are underneath our shoulders. And we're going to slowly put a bend into our elbows, coming down towards the mat. And up. Good. Right hand comes forward. So we're going to take right hand, to the left knee. Extend the right hand. Right hand comes down to the mat, and we're going to bend those elbows. And up. Right hand forward. Elbow to knee. Extend. Right hand down. Bend the elbow. Up. One more. Extend the right hand. Elbow to knee. And last time, bend the elbows. Release the left knee. If you need to roll out your wrists or open and close your hands, you can do that now. And then we're going to extend that left leg behind us. Same thing, we're going to put a bend into those elbows. And up. Left hand comes forward. Left hand to right knee. Extend. Hand down to the mat. Bend in the elbows. Left hand forward. Elbow to knee. Extend. Hand comes down. Bend in the elbows. Last round. Hand comes forward. Elbow to knee. Extend. Left hand down. Bend into the elbows. Release the right knee. So again, if you need to just roll out the wrist or open and close the hands, feel free to. We're going to open right up into our supported half moon. So reaching that left leg behind us, opening up with the right hand. Then we're going to take that left arm. We're going to reach it over top of the left ear. Good. And now let's take that left elbow to the left knee and extend. Elbow to knee and extend. One more. Extend. Left hand up to the sky. Let's bring that left hand back down to the mat, rotating the hips. Left knee comes back down to the mat. Same thing on the other side. So let's extend that right leg back, opening right up into that half moon. Reach that right arm over the right ear. And then right elbow to right knee. Extend. Elbow to knee. Extend. One more. And extend. Right hand comes down to the mat, rotate the hips, right knee comes down. Let's bring our knees to the width of the mat and come down into a passive child's pose. Few more breaths here. Good. Let's curl those toes under, coming straight up into our down dog. Let's take our dog for a walk. Good. Coming to stillness. Left leg, three-legged dog. Really reaching through those left toes. And let's put a bend into that left knee, coming over to our flip dog. Returning back to our left leg, three-legged dog. Let's step that left foot forward. Inhale up to lunge. Exhale, get low in that right heel. Big breath in. Exhale, come up into tree. Big breath in. Exhale to warrior two. Big breath in. Exhale, reverse warrior. Let's flow forward to our triangle. Bend into the left knee, left forearm comes above the left knee, right arm over the right ear. Right hand comes down to the mat. Let's pivot onto the pad of that right foot, stepping back into our down dog. Right leg, three-legged dog. Really reaching through those right toes. We'll put a bend into that right knee and let's come into our flip dog. And return back to our right leg, three-legged dog. Let's step that right foot forward. Inhale up to lunge. Exhale, get nice and long in that left heel. Big breath in. Exhale to tree. Big breath in. Exhale to warrior two. Flow back, reverse warrior. Beautiful flow. Inhale to triangle. Exhaling the breath out. Let's put a bend into that right knee, right forearm above the right knee. Left arm reaches over the left ear. And left hand reaches down to the mat. Let's step back, down dog. Roll forward into plank. Flow all the way through to your up dog or cobra. Exhale down. Looking between your thumbs, let's hop or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. If your blocks aren't already height width, put one of them up height width. You can decide if you want height or the highest level or the lowest level. It's up to you. We're going to be using it for half moon, so you can decide what you're more comfortable with. Leaving some room between your feet and your blocks. We're going to take a generous step back with that left foot, coming back into that warrior two. Looking down that front middle finger. We're going to reach with that right hand coming up into our half moon. Good. And transition from our half moon into our tree. Good job, beautiful. Big breath in. Exhale back to our warrior two, flowing right through back to our triangle. Nice. And flow back to our sky archer. So left hand around that right wrist, pull those right toes up. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale one. Let's come up into our warrior three. And step up into mountain. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. Let's flow all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Exhale down. Looking between our thumbs, we'll hop or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Generous step back with the right foot coming into our warrior two. Flow through to your half moon. We're going to flow into our tree. Good. Step back to warrior two. Flowing right into our triangle. Beautiful flow. Good job. And let's come back to our sky archer. Right hand around the left wrist. Let's lift those left toes. Release into our warrior two. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale into our warrior three. And step up into mountain. Nice job. Good job. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Let's bring those feet to the width of the mat. Coming into our ragdoll, allowing that spine and that neck to lengthen. Few more breaths here. As we're in our ragdoll, just move just slightly, slight adjustments with your feet. I like pretending that I'm rolling from the outside to the inside of my feet. We'll come to stillness, releasing our hands down to the mat. Let's step back down, dog. Good, nice wide shoulders. Walk that dog. Good. And coming to stillness, we'll come down into our dolphin. So coming down onto those forearms. Let's walk those feet back into our army plank. Nice. Come up into plank to our down dog. Flow back forward into our plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, baby cobra. Keeping the biceps engaged. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, baby cobra. Curl the toes under, push back down dog. All right, roll forward into plank. Let's flow all the way through to our up dog. Exhale to down. Good job. Looking between our thumbs, hop or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back down, dog. Flow forward into plank. We're going to flow all the way through to our up dog or our cobra. Exhaling to down. Looking between our thumbs, hop or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Left foot comes to the right calf. Let's stand nice and tall. Push that crown up to the sky. Good. Reaching for the left foot with the left hand, coming up into our Supta Padangusthasana, our hand to big toe pose. When you're ready, release back into tree. Releasing into mountain. Good job. Right foot to the left calf. Nice and tall in our tree. Right hand to right foot, coming back up into our Supta Padangusthasana. Releasing into tree. Letting go into mountain. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. Good. Left leg, three-legged dog. Let's bring that left leg forward for pigeon. Reaching through those right toes and coming all the way down to the mat. Slowing down the breath. Nice, steady inhales and exhales. Reaching through those right toes. Keeping your awareness on your breath. Keeping it on your inhales and your exhales. A couple more breaths. Curl those right toes under. Push back, down dog. Let's take that dog for a walk. Coming to stillness, right leg, three-legged dog. And let's bring that right leg forward for pigeon. Coming all the way down to the mat. Reaching through those left toes. Keeping your awareness on your inhales and your exhales. Reaching through those left toes. Couple more breaths. We're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders, just pressing our torso up. We're going to slide that right leg out, bringing our shins parallel with the side of our mat. You can come a little further if you like. We're coming into frog pose. Frog pose can be kind of difficult. It just depends. For some people, it's really hard bringing our legs out wider. We're going to come out onto our forearms. Good. And then you can see if you want to go a little bit further, if you want to bring your legs further. We just want to make sure that those lower legs stay parallel with the mat. And you can bring your arms to the same spot too. Gazes down on the mat. And trying to keep that flat back. You might find that your tummy wants to lean in towards the mat. Try and keep that nice long spine still. Couple more breaths. Let's bring our heels or feet in towards each other. We'll walk ourselves back up into a kneeling position. We're going to use our 2 blocks. We'll come into our Lord of Fish pose as we start slowing everything down. So your top block for under your head, mid-height, and then the other block on the low height. Again, you can decide, you can play around whether you like the block widthways or lengthways. I know for me, I like it widthways, but I'm a little broader through the shoulders. So the lower block, we always want to make sure is supporting those shoulder blades. And then the top block is supporting the head. We're going to start with those knees bent. Once we've got our little wiggles and adjustments out, we're going to reach our arms out to the side of the room, palms facing up. So opening up those shoulders. Anywhere you feel lengthening, bringing your breath into those spaces. We're going to bring our feet together and then open our legs up into our cobbler. You might notice that your hips and groin are a little more open. Now we're going to allow our legs to extend down the mat. Allow those ankles to be heavy, so allow those feet to open up to the sides. Stay here for a few more breaths. Let's take a nice, slow, long inhale in. Exhale it out. Gently remove the blocks. It's one of those poses today. I feel like I could have stayed in forever. And then we're going to slowly come all the way down to our backs. Just feeling the difference of the spine now that the blocks aren't there. Then we'll release our legs back down the length of the mat. Making any adjustments or wiggles that you need to. Let's check in with our bodies, starting at our toes. Give them a little wiggle. Bringing our awareness up to ankles. We can give them a little roll out if we want. Bringing our awareness up our shins and our calves. To our knees. Quads and our hamstrings. Coming up to our pelvis. Our hip bones. Our lower back. Bringing our awareness up our spine towards our belly button. Moving up to the rib cage. Heart center. Through the collarbone and the shoulder blades. To our elbows. Roll out our wrists and our fingers. And bringing our awareness to our throat, our neck, to our jaw, ears, allowing a softness to come to the eyes and the forehead. Bringing our awareness to our crown of our head as we allow our bodies to melt into Shavasana. and stillness, bringing your awareness back to your inhales and your exhales. Bringing gentle movement to your fingers and your toes. We'll take a nice, gentle, belly-filling breath in. Exhaling it out. Take another big breath in. And as we exhale, we'll come over to our right side. And as we come over to our right side, we'll bring our awareness to our heart center. We'll think of something that brings us joy. The first thing that comes to our mind, big or small, first thing you think of. And allow that joy to fill your heart center. Allow that feeling of joy to grow and to expand. It's reaching all the way down to the tips of your toes, to your fingertips, all the way up to the crown of your head. It brings a smile to your lips and to your face, allowing that feeling of joy to radiate, to fill your body. Take a few more breaths here. When you're ready, taking your time nice and slow, we're going to push ourselves up into seated. And we'll bring our hands to heart center and giving ourselves thanks for making time for our practice and making time for ourselves. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.